Okay, welcome to part 2. So in this video, continuation of the 1-octave scale patterns caged scale system key of C, I'll just do everything I did in the first video, but everything will be descending. So I'll go back to open, like that, just A, C, and so on. And I'll do the same five position. I wasn't doing very much bending, so I think I'm good with the with everything. So I'm not going to get into too much preliminaries. This is just a continuation of part 2. So it'll just be down the scale. So I'll say, just like I did before, I'll go through the scales briefly. I'm not going to say every single note. I'll just say my starting point. So G to G. I'll descend the F. E to E. D, C, B, A, G, F, and then E. So I'll continue the same format with the just playing 2 times through one. First time I'll play it kind of straight. Second time I'll add some rhythmic embellishments. So this is going to start from a G7th chord and end up on an E minor. Okay, here it comes. F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E. I'll just play. See how that works. So see if there's anything interesting I did there. Yeah, so I was doing that same technique that I did in part 1, where I was doing the tetrachord. So for example, G, F, E, D is the first tetrachord, and then D, C, B, A, G. Okay, no, that's 4 and then 5. Okay, that's a little different. So the tetrachord would be G, F, E, D, and then C, B, A, G. Right, that'd be like for a G7 chord. So I did that, and then I also did the doubling where it would be like 4 notes, G, F, E, D, and then I did 5 notes, D, C, B. Yeah, so I might do that a little bit too, because that works pretty well in this with these descending ones. Okay, so now I'm going to the 3rd position, starting from A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G. All right, so for the most part, I'm trying to use just really standard caged positions. So this track will go from A minor to G7. Say the first note. A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G. Now just play. Moving on to the next position, starting from, this would be fifth position, C to C, B, A to A, G to G, F. So you can see there's quite a bit of shifting there. But I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to stick with sort of standard caged positions. E to E, D, C, B, and then A. All right, so I did that with the track. So, this isn't for everybody. This is a lot. This is a lot of things. But I just spend many years, decades playing the guitar, and I just kind of get into these kind of phases where I kind of like pentatonic or chromatics or chords or chord melody stuff. You can check out my channel and see different things. You're working on Rusciatos, all that kind of stuff. I get really obsessed about certain techniques, and I'll just hit them a lot. Okay, so we're going from here. We're going from C major 7 to A minor. Say notes first. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. I'll just play. So notice what I did there. So I kind of discovered a rhythm, and then I tried to duplicate it. So that's would be an excellent way to practice this stuff, because what happens is if you try da digga da digga da, so what's going to happen is your picking is going to change. So that's a pretty challenging thing to do. Okay, so we'll do our next position. So starting from D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B. Okay, so now do it with the track. Same. You know the drill. So this is going to go from D minor 7 to B minor 7 flat 5. C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B. I'll just play. So notice what I did there. I got into a rhythmic motif, and you can watch how the picking. You really have to hear your musical idea, and then you just have to get the technique to to work it all out. Okay, so I'll do a couple more positions here, and then I'll start to wrap up this video because I realize that these are getting long, but I did want to get into a little bit more detail with some of this stuff. So the next position, F to F, E, D to D, C, B, A, G, F, E, and then D. All right, so this is going to go from F major 7 to D minor 7. Yeah. So you'll notice, once again, I'll point out, I'm not really talking a lot about whether this is a Mixolydian mode, Dorian mode, or whatever. I'm thinking of these as one octave scales. Now you could say, well, this, let's say you're here, here. So you can say, well, that's Dorian mode, and that's true. But you wouldn't necessarily have to just do it like that. You can use your imagination to come up with different usages. Here we go. F. E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D. I'll just play. So I did a little bit more with some pull-offs, some different rhythmic variations, and then a little bit of that kind of I'll just say Al Di Meola because he's the first guy that I remember back in the 70s. We were listening to Al Di Meola when we were in college. Elegant Gypsy and with Paco de Lucía. I just got to do a tangent. But Paco de Lucía. I mean, that guy brings tears to my eyes, and to me that's the gold standard. When you listen to music and you get emotional and tearful, then you know somebody's doing something right. And that Paco, from the I learned about him probably like in my early, late high school, early college, and once you start listening to Paco, that's what inspired me to try to figure out the Rasquiatos, and I didn't really know exactly how to do it, but I just slow down the recordings and just try to figure out what is this guy doing, and then I just kind of made up my own stuff. I call it quasi flamenco. There's Rasquiato technique videos on my YouTube where I'll talk about that. All right, so I guess we'll do one more position here, and then maybe I will do a little improv at the end. So this is going to be last position, G to G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, and then E. Go same drill. This will go from G7 to E minor. Say the notes first time, and then second time just play. G, F, E, D, C, B, play.